All right, this video is a little right field. Uh, Cooking lentils. You know what I'm saying? Lentils like beans, like or peas, but it's called lentils, and so it's high in potassium. I didn't realize it right now as I'm sitting here, looking at the ingredients. So I'm gonna do a video on lentils, the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be maybe how everybody else does it. It's gonna be how I'm gonna do it. Sodium is 10 grams per serving, which ain't bad. 10 milligrams of serving. And the protein, that's person important. That's 11 grams. So you're usually getting 7 grams per 7. It depends on the bean, but the company, whatever. But it really shouldn't. But it's you getting. I'm not trying to really compare, but this is my second time getting these. It was like 11 grams per serving, and it's 9 servings per bag. The serving is like a 1/4, as meaning as being cooked already. Okay, but per container is like 9 servings in a bag. So I have 2 bags. So I'm gonna let you see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. All right. So you see lentils. Should have put the light on, but it's okay. I ain't tripping. So one's upside down, one's right. As above, so below. Everything is a lesson. Everything is spiritual. Pay attention to everything around you. There's always something in numbers or letters. But anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. Lentils. Protein, 11 grams, as you can see, of protein per. So if it's 9 servings per container, we have 2 containers. We have 18. So 18 times 11. So 18 times 10 is 180. Add another 18. That's 198. So 198 grams of protein in 2 bags. And it depends if you decide to add to that. So we just did the math of your food intake you can have for lunch. Do it on the, you know what I'm saying? So you can do it on the weekend or whatever, and you can have your lunch throughout the week and add things you want to add to it, but whatever. But I like to add like broccoli or whatever I did last week. It was pretty good. So yeah, another way to look at it. This is what they look like. Lentils in the bag. Yes, these are lentils. Yeah, lentils. So all right, we're gonna get it rolling. Well, this is the water I be drinking out of. Throughout daily. So I wanted to keep the same one or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is, it's up to you if you want to do this. When I do this, I'm not gonna record it, but I'm gonna just tell you what I'm doing. Everything is spiritual, and you can make it a ritual by doing this. Everything's a ritual. You go to church, they eat the bread and the blood. I mean the body and the blood of the Christ or the Christos. But they tell you it's Jesus eating up. But everybody's inside. If you have the seed in you, you can be the Christos. You can reach the crystallization of the mind, the pineal gland. So you are supposed to become the Christ, not following, but understanding what the lessons were, because the book is an internal book about you. Just like you have a cover of a book, that's the outside. So the inside is what's important. So these are not real events. This is mythology. But anyway, you can use your water, I guess, if you want to. But I'm doing it my way. I'm gonna use this to put the water in here. Some in here, not all of it. But I'm gonna do like a little libation inside my food. So I'm gonna definitely keep doing that. So doing libation in it, and then mixing the water to clean it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean them two also first. You don't really have to clean the lentils, but I'm gonna do a little cleaning and then just rinse them and then just get it going. All right, but so you can do your libations. Name the deities that you or the energies inside of you that you are. You learn these people that you're actually saying, the deities you're saying, and you learn about them. That means you're gonna start realizing your power. These are like gods, but the total thing is to be this chaos, because you're actually Like Thanos, he killed all the gods. Those are all mythological, like the mythological gods he was facing in that movie, Avengers. So that's what I'm saying. So that's what we're here to do, as light bringers, certain light bringers, melanated people, highly melanated people. It's supposed to bring the war this way. It's not gonna come in the physical. It's gonna come in the mind, and when you're going to sleep, that's where the real war zone is at. But anyway, you can do this way, but I'm gonna do it my way. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna add some water to it too. So, all right. So as you're seeing there, wet, I'm gonna get in the light like that. It's too late. I can't put the the flash on. So, oh well, we rolling. Anyway, we still going. They would have been rinsed already. So actually, I'm gonna do is add a little bit more water to it too, also. All right. Okay, I'm not really gonna show the name of the company, but you see 16 ounces. So I just put in about 10 more cups of water, 10 cups of water inside those 32 ounces, which was 2 bags of lentils. So as you see, make sure I don't drop my phone, and I'm not, because I will not will that to happen. Well, this is 1/3 cup, so I'm gonna put in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil 2 times, which is 2/3. It depends on how I feel, how it looks, because remember, water and oil don't mix. So instead of using butter or whatever, it's up to you, your choices. You can put them, and you can stir it around so the oil gets to also separate to the point where it doesn't stick to your pot. And so you don't want your pot, your lentils to stick to your pot and get burnt. Okay, so I'm gonna put in 1/3, which is 66 of a cup. It depends if I want one more cup, that'll be 3/3. 3/3 is 99% of 100, so pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So it's 3/3 of a cup is pretty much a cup. So, but we're gonna check it out with 2. 1. That's 1. See how you see it? Like they say, water and oil don't mix. 2. Okay. I said you stir it. You get the oil in there. You're acquainted with the lentils. And if you wanna put things in there like vegetables, or people put meat in certain things, hey, do it with the best intentions before you put anything in there. Because you don't know what that meat was thinking, or whatever, or the vegetable. So like the vegetable has chloroplast, which is melanin. So chloroplast is melanin inside the plants. So yeah. So what you do is, if you get your kind of meat in there, go ahead and hand it over with the best intentions when you with clear mind. And it's like you're trying to put clear energy in that while you're eating it. Okay, this is seasoning salt, and this is only 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon for all of this. I don't really like to put a lot of seasoning in before actually I say something. I just saw a number. I saw Ashe means power. But yeah, this is only a tablespoon, so I'm not overdoing it with the salt. It's seasoning salt. I'm only gonna put 1 tablespoon only. So I'm gonna tell you, like I seen Padre when he was cooking. He said, always clean as you go. Always clean as you go. It makes it easier for the process, to clean up as you're going. So all these measuring cups you're seeing, or tablespoons you're seeing me use, is actually being clean as I'm pausing and going. So I'm just letting you know that. I'm just not putting that on the film. I'm actually holding it in one hand, not trying to drop anything. So I don't edit anything I'm actually putting out. It's actually my thoughts as I give them to you. Pause and record. We used to sample songs using record and pause. That was a line off of Prodigy's H&IC album. Yeah, back in the day. Veterans Memorial. So yeah, off HNIC album. Okay. 10 just passed. It's something called I found called the Italian seasoning. Um, Hold on, let me read it while I'm holding it to you. It's called thyme, oregano, moro, marjoram, basil, rosemary, and sage is in it. And it's only gonna be 1 tablespoon of it going in. And this is all without the flame on right now. So while it's getting the blend before it gets hot. So yes, these are lentils. So this is 1 tablespoon of chili pepper. Chili pepper powder. Yeah, chili powder. Okay, chili pepper powder. Like a mass explosion. Clockwork orange. When you see the oil hit, everything just blasted apart. Wow, I'm glad I've seen this, and you get to see it with me, how everything is going. So with that oil being, it puts that chili pepper push everything apart. So we stir as we go too also. That chili pepper actually makes it smell a lot of smell. It's nice. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and add something to it. Got this idea that it's gonna be really good. This is a cup of frozen broccoli. Another cup of frozen broccoli. And third and last installment of a cup of broccoli. I said I only had a few more broccoli left in that bag, so I was like, why not? And so this is the last one. I'm cleaned out of broccoli. This is my last one. 4th cup of broccoli. Stirring this in the broccoli. Because it's going to be on the top pretty much. But as it goes, the actual lentils swell up like beans. Okay, so you'll see. I'm gonna have to probably put more water in lately, but towards the middle of it cooking. But because that's not gonna be enough, because it's gonna swell up. It's gonna absorb that water in order to swell up like that. So we're gonna do is add more water later when we start to see the water dropping for the actual lentils. But you'll get extra water added to this through the broccoli when it's frozen. So the water that it was on the broccoli to be frozen, it'll probably be like an extra 1/3 of a cup or 1/4 of a cup. So of water inside once you start heating up with the broccoli and the lentils together. So now you have some seasoning in it, nothing too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's at your own disposal. If you don't want to put the seasoning in at the beginning, you could put some in as you eat. So I really this probably be perfect for me. That's enough for me. So it's already sitting in it, and I ain't got to put a whole bunch in there to where it's high in cholesterol or high in sodium. So everything I just used was very at a low amount of seasoning for the amount of food I put in and sitting in water. All right. me, I'm gonna start it up high. It's like I like my energy high, like the Kundalini and the snake, like the snake in the wings that you see at a hospital. Or they're supposed to have that. Some places don't even have the wings, so that means they're really not trying to save you or help you with your health. But symbolism has everything. But yeah, the one with the wings and the two snakes going up the spine. So yeah, I'm on my heat hot, turned up because it already was stirred. I'm going to stir again later on as it's heating hot. A gradual high, of course, but yeah, we're going to go 3/4 of the way. That's just mine. I ain't got no numbers on it, so I just go off of feeling. And so by me attending to it and checking it out, as you see, as you hear, flame has started. So let's get it going. Speaking of broccoli inside of my lentils, I saw it in a book one day for a very good price. It's hardback. So it was like, it was like what, a good price. I got it for like $3-4. And I looked inside the book before I bought it, of course. So it's the Enchanted Broccoli Forest by Molly Katzen. So I remember I had it, and I said, let me say, if I'm not fully using it, I looked at some of the stuff, the recipes. It's very, it looks very good. So you see the trees are actually broccoli on here, and it has the crescent moon here. So, but yeah, so yeah, it got pretty good stuff, and I got to check it out. It's a very heavy book, as you see, size-wise, it's a large book, and the smells already from the actual food and the seasoning is really smelling good right now. So in this book, you have the table of conversations, introduction, ingredient checklist, about using this book, recipe list for breads, salads, soups, sauces, dips, spreads, entrees, desserts, menu planning notes, improvisation notes, bean and grain, charts. So yeah, so I love beans and actual rice together. So that's actually, and plus you get some brown rice together with it, and you're actually, or any kind of rice, like black rice too also. So, but yeah, do it to your liking. So that's how I look at it. Maybe we're gonna put the top on, let it go to 3/4, starting off 3/4, and it'll be just letting it sit inside with the top on. So, all right, let the heat fester inside that lid. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you start fast, and then over time you come back in and check it. You can start turning it down a little bit, just a little bit, but over time. But let it get real boiled up hot. As you have it on 3/4 of the way, and then so you just let it sit for about, let it pick up for about 15 to 20 minutes. And be running with it. I'll show you. So as you can just see, I gave it put 20 minutes on the time. So I gave it 12 minutes to do it by itself. So I'm gonna stir at this time. So as you see, it's starting to, just took the top off just now. It's starting to boil a little bit. All right, 12 minutes in, right? So, but it's up to you, whatever you want to put in, broccoli, whatever type of, you want to put meat in, it's on you, man. It's just your choice. I'm just saying, cooking with lentils. So it's just about that. It's the basis, you know. So whatever you want to add in, as you want to put in, is yours. Yours or your choosing. So as you see, it's getting really smoky and steamy right now. Good. So I have it on 3/4 still at this time while I'm telling you this. I want to do 3/4 the whole 20 minutes. So I'm gonna put the top right back on it. Yeah, one more, two more. Top's back on. 11, 7. All right, let's go ahead and check it. So as you see, steam, timing wise, perfect. And this is all, nothing written down, me following anything off my mind. So you catching it as I'm getting it from the actual ethers. The 9 ether is the 6 ether. 6 can be a 9. As you see, getting a good boil. These are estimated times. Nothing I'm reading out of to pick this recipe up. This is something given from the ancestors to me. And I'm sharing this with y'all. As you see the steam. This is what I told you, exactly 20 minutes when I started it. At 3/4. So I still have it on 3/4. I'm going to leave it on 3/4 for a little bit longer while I'm stirring it. Now as you see, the broccoli is starting to get tender. Very tender. So now you can push it down to the bottom. You get closer to the heat. You get more and more tender. It could be on top. It's up to you, but me, I just want to push it to the bottom. It's right on the heat. And remember, that's oil, so there's no real sticking power for it at all. So yeah, I'm doing this to also see, as you see, the lentils are swelling up. Water weight. No diss to the ladies, but they know about water weight. So yeah, same thing. So as you see, the seasonings are still in there. Not a lot of that sodium that sits, and that sodium makes it worse when you have water weight. So when it's sitting inside your actual body, it makes your blood uncontrolled. So it's just it's like an additive to your body. So you gotta really kind of measure what you're putting in. Don't want to be overdoing it, I say. Okay, you want your energy to be raised because you can raise it, and not what you eat raising it. You get something from the doctor, so I don't go to the doctor. So if I'm my own doctor, I know what I'm putting in my body, and also I'm doctoring my food. And so food's talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you let it go. I'm stirring it again. So move the beans around. So I'm about to I'm gonna put the cover back on the top for a little bit longer. I'm gonna go with 5 minutes. So we're looking at a good 25 minutes total. Okay, on 3/4. No, actually, well, this is live or whatever time I'm doing it. I'm actually gonna lower it to like halfway. So I'm gonna do that for about. So I'm putting it on halfway just now. I just turned it. So this is 3/4, and I'm putting it on halfway. So the boil's gonna start to go down. Woo! Almost got inside the food. I'm glad I caught it. You saw it. Lentils. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the top back on it. And now it's on halfway. Top is on. So we're gonna go do something else while we're not recording. Oh yeah, so what's real in the field. I'm gonna put 30 minutes on the time. So 30 minutes is on the time. 15-minute mark, halfway. At the halfway mark on the heat. So as you see, water's going down. I put in 10 cups of water. So like I said earlier, I feel like I'm gonna have to add more. There's still water in there, I can see it. I'm about to stir it though. Make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom. Yeah, there's still good water in here, as you can see. It is being removed because it was sitting on top of it. And it looks like rice, don't it? Not rice, corn. Looks like corn, how golden it is, or brown it is. So and also, here's an extra one for you. Let me give you one. Here's a bonus. The actual sauce you actually have on the outside with the oil, you can actually use as I would call it like a gravy almost. So if you have rice, I was gonna cook rice at the same time, but things happen how they happen. And I'm gonna so rice is real easy quickly to make, so you can make it at the same time. But when you do beans, you have to wash them first, let them sit either on the stove for about an hour on heat, or sit for a few hours while you're at work or something. You come back, cook them overnight or something, have them for the next day or so, whatever. But like with this lentils, you can cook it while you're doing the rice. So that's very soothing to know you can get something done together at the same time. Well, not a lot of things you press for time, so it give you just as much protein as actual beans. Okay, you see the broccoli in there. If it had a bone, it would be falling off the bone right now. But yeah, we gotta keep it moving, keep it going, keep the energy going with it. You know, see how it's looking real nice. So what you seeing right here, well, you can't. It has holes and it ain't gonna hold it. So the juice, but you can see the juice right here. If I get it in the light, the juice you can use actually as a gravy. So I would keep that like in a separate dish or container. You can do that if you want to keep it in the beans. So it'll, once you get cold, you have the liquid poured out into a separate dish. I've done it before. And you pour it into that dish, when you have it, now you'll have it for as in a gravy. Or if you keep it in there, it'll turn as a solid as is the lentils. Be like water. So if it's all liquid, it's gonna be all liquid. So with them beans, it's gonna settle in them with them beans. When you warm it up, it'll turn liquid when you warm it up in the stove. You warm it up in the microwave. Okay, so yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna add some more water. Probably gonna do 4 cups of water. As you see, it's 5 cups inside the water and added on to it. So you see how the oil is, the seasoning going right around the rim because the water was placed in the middle. So it's like the 1 and the 12, like King Arthur in the round table, or 12 months in a year. But you're supposed to be 12 months, you're supposed to be those months too also, and not just be the month you were born. So it's being your full self and you are your own savior. What else? 12 zodiac, and the center always rotates in each zodiac. So that means you're transitioning every tick. Time don't exist until you make it exist. Okay, put the top back on it. Still at half the way, and I have 7 minutes just now, as you saw. So what I'm gonna do is let that time go, and then once that time goes, I'm gonna leave it on. Do it like 10 minutes. We're gonna do 10 minutes of the lower heat, or 10 to 15 minutes, and just let it sit. But you're gonna keep it at halfway right now. Okay, the buzz just went off. 0, 0, 0. It's good. It's getting a good slow cook. Either you can cook this for your whole family, or if you're somebody by yourself, you can cook this for the week for your lunch and mix it with certain things, you know, or have if you want. Some people like extra things on the side, I guess, to eat with it. I like to do it with rice. So it's like eating beans and rice, same thing. So what I'm gonna do is 15 more minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. 20 minutes of this. And on this, I'm gonna keep it on halfway. And we'll do overtime. I'll keep looking up in like 20 minutes from, like I said, I'm gonna do it 20 minutes. I get 10 minutes, go down like to a quarter of the way. You bring it, this is from halfway, bring it to a quarter. Okay, so as you see, it's bubbling right now. Still at halfway. So I'm gonna let it bubble like for like 10 more minutes. I'll be doing what I'm doing, but I'll still be checking it. So you should be too. So 10 minutes. I'm gonna go to a quarter of the heat with the top on. I'm gonna put the top right back on. So you see me doing it right here. All right, top's back on. I'm gonna do it for 10 more. Do 10 minutes and then go to a quarter. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is do 10 minutes So instead of me falling behind on time, I do 10 minutes instead of doing an actual 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Right on time. See? Circle in the dot. Oil and water does, so that flavor. People do different ways of putting it in there. Nothing sticking to the bottom with the sides or burning at all. So what I'm gonna do is that 10 minutes is up. So now what I'm gonna do is, you see, now that's blending back in. But a slow burn now, a slow lower burn. So we're gonna go to a quarter of the way or 3/3 of the way. Okay. And we're gonna put the top on. She always like a top off. Why? She always like a top off. Okay. Let's go with 20. You could do 15, but let's go with 20. And it says the slow. All right, 20 minutes. All right, time to get in check. Yes, perfect. See, now you have your own gravy inside of it. You can pour it to the side into another container. Now I'm gonna turn it off. Perfect. Everything is done. In a matter of time, you see it as 32:06. I was actually cooking everything step by step in front of you. All right, 32:06 was the time when I finished. You let that sit for a while, then you start to serve it. And then what I'm gonna do is get the juice out first and turn it into a gravy. As a bonus, here's the gravy on the side, and here's the lentils in the container already. All right, peace. I mean, clean up this mess.